Welcome everybody to Intensity Broadcasting. My name's Josh Hall. This is the Doghouse Racing League Trackside NASCAR Outlet ARCA Series here from Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight for the Auto Pro Service 126 here on Intensity Broadcasting. Well, welcome everybody. Whether you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, or over on Kick, we do appreciate you tuning in here tonight as we get ready for 84 laps here from Charlotte Motor Speedway, one of the more historical tracks of the NASCAR series. This is the backyard for a lot of the race teams in real life. We're going to put on a great show here in these ARCA cars. It's almost like a super speedway until the tires start to wear out. Then the track's going to start slinking up, and we'll see these drivers having to do a little bit more lifting. About 25 seconds left here in practice. Let's take a look at the points coming into tonight. And your points leader is the 9 of Steven Bonomo. Mike Leftwich sits in second, Justin McMahon third, Jamie Horn and Grant Chermak back in the top 5. Michael Dow 6th, Daniel Wilkerson 7th, Kevin Brown, Brandon Lopez, and Mark Dumont. Of course, Daniel Wilkerson will not be racing here tonight. Daniel just recently had surgery, so we are going to send him and wish him the best luck in his recovery. Daniel will get well soon. We hope to see you back on the track. As we have qualifying about to get underway. And let's see who our first driver is to hit the racetrack. And it looks like it's gonna be Mike Leftwich. Let's see, 8 on the screen, but the 60 on the scoring tower. Tyler Millette also out on the racetrack in that 94 machine. And it is a bit of a foggy night here tonight. We see the humidity up in the high percentages here. That weather there on the right. Yeah, humidity 95% overcast. Cool night though, 76 degree air temperature, 78 degree track temperature. These cars are going to be stuck to the racetrack. You see Mark Dumont come across the stripe to start his first of 2 laps here tonight, qualifying at Charlotte. Machine coming down into turn number 3. Out on the racetrack as well in that 5 machine. Kevin Brown just went to the top of the leaderboard in the Trackside NASCAR Outlet machine. Simpson at the top of the leaderboard as he comes off of turn number 4 as Ken Byers jumps to the top of the leaderboard. Then Jimmy Horner, then Jonathan Jennings knocks everybody down a spot as Hunter Simpson goes P3. Brandon Lopez in the 3 machine making his way off of turn number 2 and down the backstretch in the top of the into turn number 3, in qualifying, plenty of time for these drivers to get out and make it back. The drivers who are planning on going a little bit later, we'll have Christopher Simons, Eric Mormon, and Chris Walker left to qualify, and the 6 of Kevin Thompson just making his way out onto the racetrack. rest of tonight's race is brought to you by Auto Pros. Center in Roxboro, North Carolina. They specialize in foreign and domestic transmission repair. They can also handle all your everyday needs. ASC certified technicians are standing by to help you in your time of need. Call 322-3230 if you're in the Roxboro area. Ask for the bell. Off of turn number 4 and down to the stripe. Thompson going to jump up into the 10th spot as Richard Leclerc just finishing up his qualifying attempt. His time is about to expire. Will he be able to get his lap in? He will. And his second lap is going to keep him in the 17th position. As we get ready to take a look at our starting grid, and on pole here tonight in the 57 machine is Jonathan Jennings. Brandon Lopez in the 3 will start from position number 2. Justin McMahon rolling off from the 3rd spot with Hunter Simpson back in 4th. Jamie Horn rolls off from the 5th spot with Kenneth Byers back in 6th. Kevin Brown and Jason Ross round out row number 4. Tyler Millette, Kevin Thompson round out your top 10 with Mike Leftwich and Steven Bonomo back in row number 6. Row 7 will be Mark Dumont and Bill Gentry, with Michael Dow and Garamino back in row number 8. Richard Leclerc, Eric Warman, and then Christopher Simon and Chris Walker round out the field here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. And we're going to hide this screen. We're going to pull the Wreckage Rewind screen up for just a second. Just realized that my audio volumes are way too loud for tonight, so let me get that fixed for you. That way I'm not drowning out the my voice with the cars going around the racetrack, although I'm sure you'd probably rather hear the cars than hear my voice. Of course, your series is brought to you by Trackside NASCAR Outlet. Trackside NASCAR Outlet is an authorized Lionel dealer with a full line of Diecasts, including Cup, Xfinity truck, driver apparel, hats, and jackets. Trackside NASCAR Outlet offers everything NASCAR, including full-size and mini helmets, flags, and coolers. Stop by their store, check them out on Facebook, or visit their website at www.tracksidenascaroutlet.com. Another great partner of the Doghouse Racing League is Group 6. Rev up your brand's potential at Group 6 at every turn of the Doghouse Racing season. As your creative marketing powerhouse, we're here to fuel your success, accelerate your impact, and steer your brand towards victory. Group 6, where every race is an opportunity to outshine and outperform. Discover more at group6inc.com as the field is making their way down the backstretch on this dark, gloomy night here at Charlotte. Got everything on my screen that I need. Jonathan Jennings going to lead him down to the starting zone. Pace car getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn down onto pit road. We'll get down to the Toyota restart zone, and the green flag will fly. And we are racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Auto Pros 126. 84 laps here tonight. The stage will be at lap 42. We do not throw a caution for the stage. It is just 4 points as we see Justin McMahon right there on the back bumper of Jonathan Jennings as they go down into turn number 3. Down to the inside, McMahon makes the move. As they come off a turn at number 4, McMahon to the inside. Lopez right there on the back bumper trying to push Justin McMahon past Jonathan Jennings as they go down into turn number 1. McMahon will indeed take over the lead. Now Brandon Lopez looking down to the inside as we have a caution on the racetrack, and it looks like Bill Gentry is around. Heavy damage to the front of that 4 machine. And that's going to bring up our first wreckage rewind of the night. As we take a look to see what brought this one out here. Looks like a little bit of a checkup there. The 6 of Kevin Thompson checked up. That caused Bill Gentry to run into the back of Steven Bonomo. Then some contact there between the 7 of Armio and Bill Gentry. Both cars hard up into the outside wall. And I believe Eric Warman might have got a little piece of... No, Warman was able to sneak through there. I thought he had a little bit of damage from that as well. So both the 4 of Bill Gentry and Gary Armio coming down on pit road. A lot of damage to that 7 machine. Both tires are, as we like to call it, the Lightning McQueen treatment. That car is saying ka-chow for sure. That car looks like it is going to have to retire here tonight. There's a bunch of cars come down pit road. Jonathan Jennings going to lead the field down. Jamie Horn also down on pit road. Ken Byers, Kevin Brown, Kevin Thompson, Mike Leftwich on pit road. Mark Dumont, Michael Dow, Christopher Simon, Eric Warman. Staying out on the racetrack, Justin McMahon, Brandon Lopez, Hunter Simpson, Jason Ross, Tyler Millette, Stephen Bonomo, Richard Leclerc. So a mixed bag of strategy here in the early portion of the race. So a great season we have lined up for you here. Brought to you by Trackside NASCAR Outlet. Of course, all the great partners that make this possible, as well as our great partners here at Intensity Broadcasting, including our partner, the Butt Kicker. Butt Kicker is a well-known and established leader in gaming haptics. The award-winning line of Butt Kicker products lets users feel low-frequency sounds. Their products are used and endorsed around the world by leading PC and console gamers, including professional sim racers. Check out the full line of Butt Kicker products and figure out what's right for you. Visit thebuttkicker.com. And I know the Butt Kicker is also a great partner of the Doghouse Racing League, so you can check out the links down below in the description. As well as there's a link down there to the Doghouse Racing League's website where you can find all your stats, standings, and more right there at doghouseracingligue.com. And of course, if you're not already subscribed to our channel, don't forget that like button, follow, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell whenever we go live. We've had a couple special events so far this season. And I believe we'll be having a few more as Ali Atman-Weiss has been racing all over the Virginia area. He's been carrying an onboard camera from time to time, and we've been simulcasting that here on Intensity Broadcasting. So if you're looking for some live, real racing too, we'll have that right here on Intensity Broadcasting. Of course, you can also check out our awesome website over at intensityracing.com. If you're a small-time race team yourself, looking for some swag, or looking to pick up some of Ali Atman-Weiss's racing gear, check us out over at intensityracing.com. So Justin McMahon getting ready to lead the field back to the Toyota. Oh, looks like we're going to have a delayed start here. Caution just came back out. Lights just came back out on the pace car. Not really sure what happened. Looks like Kevin Thompson is slow here And some issues for Gary Amio, who... Oh, no, Gary Amio did not have damage. He was already on pit road. Not really sure what happened there. As a bunch of drivers dive down on the pit road and going to top off on this one to go. So try and listen to the radio here to hear what happened, but not really hearing anything here. Sure what happened here as the 20 was involved. We see the 21 flashing a little bit. Oh, looks like that happened right in front of wow, something happened. Sure, let's see what happened here to it started right here with Jonathan Jennings, I think. Oh. See if I can find who that was. That had issues up there. Was it the 00? Trying to see exactly where the checkup happened. Oh, I don't know if something happened to Lopez there. Checked up that entire top line. So Lopez actually getting a EOL, going to go to the tail of the field for that. So now we are again on one to go. So bunch of drivers getting some severe damage. It sounded like Jonathan Jennings got quite a bit of damage. I heard about 5 minutes of repairs on that car. Not all mandatory, so he is coming back onto the racetrack. If you're not familiar with the Doghouse Racing League, this league does not use resets, so any damage that they accrue during the race, they will have to get fixed up on their own or retire the race car. That's why we see Gary Amio and Bill Gentry on pit road. Those cars seen better days for sure, but getting that damage fixed, getting back out on the racetrack, if other people have problems like we just saw happen, there's a good chance that you could gain a couple positions. Every point matters, as we've seen at the end of the season. As the pace car pulls down and away, and Justin McMahon gets ready to bring them down to the Toyota restart zone where the green flag will fly. And we are back racing here at Charlotte. Another great jump for the 24 of Justin McMahon as Jason Ross gained a few positions there with people pitting. He's going to get past, though, on the inside by Hunter Simpson. And Steven Bonomo trying to make a move down the inside as well. As they come off of turn number 2. Oh, Ross just barely up into the outside wall. That's going to break his momentum. Brings Bonomo right back to the back bumper of that 00 machine. Tyler Millette right back here as well. Tyler Millette, known as a good super speedway racer. This track almost runs like a super speedway when you have fresh tires. As Hunter Simpson now taking a look down to the inside of Justin McMahon, trying to take the lead back away. Got down on that blue line and got a little loose. That's going to break his momentum, and that's going to allow Ross to get back to the outside as they come down into turns 3 and 4. Now Simpson with a great run here. Justin McMahon throwing a bit of a block. As Ross going to look up to the high side yet again. He's going to have to fall back into that 3rd position. A little further back though. A little battle going on back here between Richard Leclerc and Ken Byers. In the chat here, we've got a couple of shout-outs already. Joanne Martell says, let's go Richard Leclerc, and Kevin Brown has just announced that he is retiring from the race. Too much damage to that 33 machine as they go 3 wide. down into turn number 3. And we'll get it back down to 2 wide as we see Brandon Lopez make his way back up to the field after that EOL penalty. As Leclerc down to the inside of Lopez. You see Mike Leftwich right there in the mix as well. So we had a pass for the lead that I completely missed, and that was Jason Ross taking over the top spot. We'll take a look to see how Ross was able to take that top spot away. He did it up on the high side. We'll get in the throttle off of turn at number 2. Rocket around the outside of Justin McMahon to take the lead away. And now just Jason Ross setting sail as McMahon's getting attacked now by the 5 of Hunter Simpson on the inside. He's got some help down on the inside there as well. Tyler Millette. Looks like Jamie Horn down on the inside as well. Even though the draft isn't as strong here as, say, a Talladega or a Daytona, these drivers are able to use that draft to push each other forward just a little bit. That's what we're seeing right now as Hunter Simpson continues to try to move forward as Steven Bonomo fights back up on that high side. Taco Bell machines up on the high side. Bonomo and Lopez. Oh, cars up into the outside wall. A lot of damage to the 8 of Mike Leftwich. Unfortunately, that car is crab walking the wrong direction. A lot of damage to the front of that machine. See if we can rewind here and see exactly what happened. Oh, Jamie Horn got really loose there. And that pushed Mike Leftwich up into the outside wall. And that's where he got a ton of damage. You see him coming down on the pit road. So already a lot of attrition as these cars make it down the backstretch. And we are only on lap 16 of 84. Jamie Horn all over the back bumper of Eric Warman as they come down the front stretch and across the stripe. And Jamie Horn using that low lane, using that blue stripe, trying to help that car rotate and gain some speed in the corner, but it's a fine line there between getting that line to help the car turn and over-rotating the car, as we saw just a few minutes ago when he got loose. And Steven Bonomo is side-by-side with the 3 of Brandon Lopez. Lopez started at the tail end of the line on the last restart after that incident under caution. And now he's working his way back up into the top 3. He's got Hunter Simpson giving him a big shove here down into turn number 3. Oh, Simpson got a little loose there off of turn number 4. Big slight contact with the outside wall. Doesn't look like enough to do any damage. Just a little bit to rub some sponsors off the right side of that machine. As Lopez right there on that quarter panel trying to dump some air on the spoiler to upset that 5 machine to try to get himself a run. Tyler Millette right there in tow as well as Jason Ross continues the lead over Justin McMahon by almost 0.3 of a second. Bonomo and Simpson continuing to do battle here as they're side by side down the backstretch. Bonomo, though, able to use that high lane to his advantage, get the run off the corner. As Hunter Simpson is pinched down a little bit, here comes Lopez trying to do the same thing as Lopez now. Going to rocket up to the high side of Bonomo as they go down into turn number 3. Great side-by-side battle, and as they battle side-by-side, that's allowing Jason Ross. Oh, they get turned! The two Taco Bell cars go for a spin. Oh, Eric Warman, hard contact. Jamie Horn involved as well. That is going to bring out the wreckage rewind, and man, that was a big one. It looked as if the Bonomo and Lopez were going to get through this one kind of cleanly without making much contact. And then the rest of the field came in, and we're going to take a look at this one here, see if we can get a good view of what happened. See the two of them kind of staying down. Looks like they're both going to be able to keep it off the wall. Here comes Eric Warman, just nowheres to go. Plows, T-bones the three. Christopher Simon gets a piece of it as well. Then Jamie Horn, just nowheres to go. Him and I believe that was not sure who that other driver was there in the red car. I believe that might have been Ken Byers. Yes, it's Ken Byers in the 99. Let's ride along here with the 99 for a moment. And you can see exactly what he saw or lack of what he saw. We're actually going to pull the little nose camera here. He sees the smokes, tries to check. They thought they was going to stay low, tries to check up. Just nowheres to go for any of these drivers. Saw Jamie Horn trying to slow down. We'll ride along here with Jamie. Yeah, just nowheres to go for any of these drivers, unfortunately. As the field has... Oh, some of the fields come down pit road. Justin McMahon, Hunter Simpson, Richard Leclerc still have not pit, and that is because... Oh no, we're only about halfway through the stage. I was about to read that wrong. So all three of those drivers staying out. Jason Ross, the first driver to come down pit road on this yellow here. So he took tires and fuel along with Tyler Millette. And Steve Bonomo back out on the racetrack. Doesn't look like he's got too much damage. He's going to be able to continue on. There were a couple other drivers not making out so well. As we see Eric Warman, a lot of damage to that machine. Christopher Simon had some damage. Looks like he's able to escape a little bit of more heavy damage. As we know, Michael Leftwich, a lot of damage to that. The three of Brandon Lopez, ton of damage as he was T-boned. Ken Byers missing the front end of that 99 machine. And Michael Dow with a little bit of damage as well. Looks like he's going to be able to get most of it fixed up, though. But the lights are off on the pace car. We've got one to go, and unfortunately, only a handful of cars left on the racetrack. About 9 cars on the racetrack as they run right now. As Justin McMahon going to choose that inside lane again. Pace car takes that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. McMahon leads them back down to the Toyota restart zone where the green flag will fly. And we are racing yet again here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Halfway through the stage, see Mike Leftwich able to get himself back out onto the racetrack. Going to try to gain some valuable points from some of the other cars that are off pace or off the track. As Jason Ross and Richard Leclerc go side by side down into turn number 3. Whoa, wiggle there out of the 117. He's able to hold on to it as Tyler Millette hangs back right there, trying to find his way around the 117. Meanwhile, Justin McMahon up front, holding on to that top spot. But he's got fresh tires behind him in the form of the 00 of Jason Ross. Fresh tires there on Ross's car was going to make a bigger difference than it is. He's kind of just hanging back there. Could be kind of just saving a little bit there for the stage as well as Justin McMahon continues to hold on to the lead. But Hunter Simpson right there on the back bumper trying to make something happen. Simpson now going to take a look down to the inside as they come down through turns 3 and 4. Here comes Jason Ross. Had a little bit of a run there. Had to check back out of it. As Justin McMahon and Hunter Simpson are side by side for the lead. Here's Tyler Millette now, making a move down to the inside of Jason Ross as they go down into turns 1 and 2. Side by side, 2 rows deep off of turn number 4. As Justin McMahon able to use that higher lane to get the run off the corner and stay out in front of Hunter Simpson, but here they come back down through turns 3 and 4. This time, Simpson's got the run through turns 3 and 4. He's going to get the launch off the corner. He's got a little help there from Tyler Millette as well. But McMahon able to stay out in front as the field works their way down into turns 1 and 2. So these 4 cars under a blanket, but Jason Ross up to the high side. Now he's going to dive down to the bottom. Going to make those tires work to the inside for the lead. And Jason Ross is going to take over the top spot as they come off of turn number 4. McMahon tries to fight back, but on the older tires, doesn't look like he's going to be able to hold on to that position. Does for now, but as they go down the corner, Ross is going to have a little bit more grip. Ooh, Justin McMahon up into the outside wall. Going to break his momentum. And now Justin McMahon under attack from the 5 of Hunter Simpson. Simpson and McMahon side by side. Tyler Millette right there in the mix as well. Millette also on newer tires. He also pit on lap number 22. Both the 24 and the 5 have not been on pit road since the start of the race. Along with Richard Leclerc, they're the only 3 drivers who have not pit yet here tonight. Now Tyler Millette works his way into second place, and he's going to take a look down to the inside. Thought about making a look down to the inside of Jason Ross. Thought better of it. Tucked back in line. They are nose to tail off of turn number 2. Justin McMahon on those older tires, though, able to stay right with the top 2. As we're inching closer and closer to halfway to pay out those stage points. Stephen Bonomo, who's involved in that last caution, looking to the outside of Richard Leclerc to take over the 6th position. Doesn't look like too much damage to that 9 car, so he's able to continue on. However, Brandon Lopez still down on pit road. The only driver who's got damage is back out on the racetrack. We see the 8 of Mike Leftwich. And that looks like it. You can see the list of cars that are laps down. Actually, Jamie Horn also out on the racetrack. A lot of damage to that 98 machine. Traffic going by. See the splitter on that car pushed way up in the air. Can't imagine that car is handling too well, but he just went 1 lap down. Mike Leftwich is 3 laps down, but being 3 laps down, Leftwich still in the top 10. And that's how important it is to get your damage fixed and get back out onto the racetrack. As you can see, all the drivers that are still on pit road or out of the race. Chris Walker and Jonathan Jennings, Ken Byers all out of the race. Kevin Brown said he retired, but it looks like he's still down on pit road getting repairs made. Same with Gary Ramillo, Bill Gentry, Michael Dow, Brandon Lopez, Christopher Simon, Eric Warman, all still on pit road trying to get some damage fixed. As the field makes their way, leaders make their way off of turn number 2. They're just kind of patiently running here right now, just trying to log some laps as Kevin Thompson looking up to the high side of Hunter Simpson. Thompson was last on pit road on lap number 23, so he's got fresher tires as Simpson, one of the drivers who has not pit yet tonight. There are 3 drivers who have not pit. That's Just McMahon, who runs back in 3rd. Hunter Simpson runs back in 5th, and Richard Leclerc back in the 7th spot. Tyler Millette and Jason Ross now doing battle side by side for the lead. They come off of turn number 2 and down the backstretch. As we are just one more lap away from our halfway stage, Jason Ross and Tyler Millette see if there's going to be a battle here for the top spot. As they come down to the stripe to start lap number 42, this will be the final lap of the stage. Does Tyler Millette have anything to try to win this stage here? As Jason Ross continues to hold off that 94 as they go down into turn number 3. And this will be your stage. Jason Ross is going to win your stage. Tyler Millette back in 2nd. Kevin Thompson comes in 3rd. Just McMahon in 4th. Hunter Simpson in 5th. Stephen Bonomo in 6th. Richard Leclerc 7th. Mark Dumont in 8th. Jamie Horn 9th. And Mike Leftwich getting 1 precious stage point for that top 10. It looks like our top drivers. There's somebody coming down on the pit road. See Mark Dumont on pit road. I think he is the only driver to make his way down on the pit road. Of course, your leaders were just on pit road about 20 laps ago. Imagine we should see drivers like Just McMahon and Hunter Simpson coming down pit road pretty soon. Our leaders, though, quickly catching the 98 of Jamie Horn to put him 2 laps down. And that's the other big thing right now. Jamie Horn, his last time by, He ran a 33.16, which is about 3 seconds off the pace. However, Mike Leftwich ran a 30.96, so he's 3 seconds faster, even though he's 2 laps behind Jamie Horn. Leclerc got his service done. Now he is down and away. So you're going to lose a few laps here coming down and pitting under green. Country Trick says, that's my man at 94. Let's go, as Tyler Millette runs back in the second position. They work their way around Jamie Horn. Now they're catching the 117 of Richard Leclerc. Because Leclerc was just on pit road. He was able to make his way on and off pit road, only losing a lap. So I think something happened to Dumont coming down on the pit road. He might have missed pit road his first time by, as Justin McMahon now on pit road coming down for service. And we know our leaders are going to have to pit one more time. So this right here is kind of working into the favor of Justin McMahon, who is currently now being scored 1 lap down. So we have just 3 cars on the lead lap: Jason Ross, Tyler Millette, and Kevin Thompson. Sorry, 4 cars. As Steven Bonomo also still on the lead lap, as he was one of the drivers who was last on pit road on lap 22. They crossed the stripe this time. We're going to have just 34 laps to go. Jason Ross leads Tyler Millette by almost a full second. And back to Kevin Thompson, who is running in third. Run that high line, trying to run down the 94 of Tyler Millette. He is right there on the back bumper trying to make the move. There's Kevin Thompson looking down to the inside as they come down across the stripe. Thompson's going to take over that second spot as Millette falls back into third. Of course, we want to thank all of our great partners here while we have a moment to break in the action. Of course, our race sponsor, Auto Pros. Auto Pros is your full-service auto center in Roxboro, North Carolina. They specialize in foreign and domestic transmission repair, but can also handle all of your everyday auto needs. ASC certified technicians are standing by to help you in your time of need. Call 336-322-3230. Of course, your league is brought to you by Trackside NASCAR Outlet, which is an authorized Lionel dealer with a full line of diecasts, including cup, Xfinity, truck, driver apparel, hats, and jackets. Trackside NASCAR Outlet offers everything NASCAR, from full-size and mini helmets, flags, and coolers. Stop by and check out their store, follow them on Facebook, or check out their website at www.tracksidenascaroutlet.com. Of course, can't forget about our great partner over at Butt Kicker, which is an established and trusted leader in gaming haptics. The award-winning line of Butt Kicker products lets users feel low-frequency sounds. Their products are used and endorsed around the world by leading PC and console gamers, including professional sim racers. The Gamer Plus is a new and upgraded sim racing haptic that reproduces immersive, accurate, and powerful sim racing, flight sim, and gaming effects. Check out the full line of Butt Kicker products. Figure out what's right for you by visiting thebuttkicker.com. You can also check out their website. They have a full line of audio audio equipment that you can use as well. And there are even some movie theaters that use butt kicker equipment. So check them all out over at thebuttkicker.com. Steven Bonomo just finishing up his service here on the 9 machine. Right side's back down. Here comes the left side's going on the car. And he is down and away. As Jason Ross is just making his way off of turn number 4. And Tyler Millette now making his way down on pit road. So that's going to leave just, looks like 2 drivers left to pit. That is Jason Ross and Kevin Thompson. Which I have a feeling that both these drivers are going to be coming down on the pit road very soon. But I haven't heard anything on the radio just yet. As we are quickly approaching 25 laps to go. As a race that started off with a couple cautions, a couple drivers getting taken out under yellow. Now we've been green flag since lap 22. And I don't think that Jason Ross and Kevin Thompson are going to be able to stretch it. It doesn't sound like either driver is saving fuel here. Sounds like Jason Ross coming down on pit road this time by. It's going to leave Kevin Thompson out on the racetrack to take over the lead, get that bonus point for leading. So now the question is, when is Thompson going to drive down on the pit road? And as I say that, it looks like he is slowing down to hit pit road with just 24 laps to go. Coming across the stripe, it'll be 23 laps to go. And that's going to bring up this battle, which will be the battle for the lead, I believe, when everything's said and done. Mike Leftwich is making his way off the pit road. Oh, contact! Justin McMahon said his Oculus just went black for a second. That's why he made the contact there, and that's never a fun moment to have, especially when you're trying to get around a lapper. But it doesn't look like any harm or foul. Fortunately, lost a lot of time to Hunter Simpson. But at the same time, plenty of time to run him back down. As now Tyler Millette runs back in the 3rd spot on about 10 lap fresher tires. And he is about 4 seconds back behind our leaders with 22 laps to go. Jason Ross and Kevin Thompson battling like they were before pit stops. Looks like Ross is going to stay in line currently, just Try to save some tires, not push too hard here. And look at that, Justin McMahon already to the back bumper of Hunter Simpson as they come off of turn number 2. And as we cross the stripe this time, we'll have just 20 laps to go. McMahon trying to find his way around that 5 machine of Hunter Simpson. As we know, it's one thing to run somebody down, it's another to try to get around them. And right now, Justin McMahon is pulled right up to that back bumper, but hasn't found his way around. This is the view off the front bumper of Justin McMahon's machine. See, Simpson drives into the corner a little bit deeper than McMahon is, but McMahon able to roll the throttle and pull right back up off of the corner. That tells me that McMahon's going to have a little bit better tire there as the run goes on, as here comes Mike Leftwich going around the 24. Something happened in 24. I think his headset is out. He is into the inside wall. Coming back across the racetrack. And oh! Tyler Millette. Caution is out. And I think something happened to Justin McMahon as he is able to reset the car, get back onto the pit road there. As we're going to take a look here. And unfortunate for all these drivers involved. See McMahon having that issue there. Tries to keep the car down to the bottom of the racetrack. And yeah, you can just tell that something happened. It comes right back into Tyler Millette and Jason Ross. They're both drivers with, all 3 drivers with heavy damage. I believe that's going to end the night for all of them, as Hunter Simpson is down on pit road getting service done. Kevin Thompson staying out on the racetrack. And there's Simpson making his way off of pit road. Richard Leclerc also going to make his way off pit road. Stephen Bonomo getting service done. Mark Dumont on the racetrack. It looks like we're only going to have 5 cars left when it's all said and done here. And it looks like Justin McMahon has retired from the race, so he is out of it. Jason Ross, Tyler Millette, both on pit road trying to get some damage fixed. Mike Leftwich, I'm not sure. He's got a park down here on the front stretch. I believe he's taking an EOL. So he's waiting for the field to go by as lights on the pace car shut off. And we have 1 lap to go. So as they run right now, looks like only 5 cars will be out on the racetrack. Not sure what happened to Jamie Horn. I don't know if he was involved in that as well. Yeah, we see in the chat here, 94 here, 24 racing VR. Unfortunately, his headset crashed. He had no control of his vehicle. Yeah, that's kind of what we figured. We saw. I heard him talking on the radio, saying he was having headset issues, and unfortunately for him, is not the way you want to go out. Tough break for the drivers that were involved in that. As someone who's had that happen to them, it is not a fun feeling. It is probably the most sickening feeling, knowing that you just ruined somebody's race for something completely out of your control. But just like in real life racing, sometimes those things happen. Parts break. Accidents happen. We're going to have ourselves a 14-lap shootout to the end. Kevin Thompson going to restart in the first position. Richard Leclerc to his outside. Stephen Bonomo, Hunter Simpson. As the green flag flies, a big jump for Kevin Thompson. See Bonomo right there. As Hunter Simpson taking a look down to the inside. As Kevin Thompson and Richard Leclerc going at it for the lead. Richard Leclerc falls off the pace a little bit. Here comes Stephen Bonomo. Back to the back bumper of the 117. When we come across stripe next time by, we'll have just 12 laps to go. Kevin Thompson just pulled away right now from the 3 cars behind. As Hunter Simpson tries to make a move down to the inside of Stephen Bonomo. Not able to make that move happen just yet. Now he's going to look again. Excuse me, and Stephen Bonomo. Richard Leclerc has a black flag for passing under yellow there. He changed lanes before the stripe. So they're talking about that right now, about his black flag. Looks like he's going to have to come down pit road and make a pass through. We'll have to see what happens to Richard Leclerc here. Ooh, gets a little loose there off of turn number 4. And Hunter Simpson trying to run down the 6 of Kevin Thompson with just 9 laps to go. The gap is now just 0.3 of a second. Come across stripe with 8 laps to go. We can take a look at the lap times here for these 2 drivers. And you can see Hunter Simpson, every lap has been just about 1.5 to 0.2 quicker. And he is now there right on the back bumper of Kevin Thompson. Turn number 4 and across side. Simpson looks up to the high side. Now he takes a look back down low and looks high again. just how early Thompson is able to get back on the throttle. But Hunter Simpson, with a little bit fresher rubber on that machine, able to get that run going. Takes a look down to the inside, but not quite close enough to make that happen, as we have 6 laps to go. Here comes Simpson taking a look back down to the inside. Thompson, though, closes the door as they go down in turn number 3. 5 laps to go, coming to 4 laps to go. Just verifying with race control that the 117 does indeed have a penalty. That is going to be putting Stephen Bonomo back into the 3rd position as Simpson dives down to the inside on the apron as they go down into turn number 3. Power move for Hunter Simpson off of turn number 4. They are side by side down to the stripe. 3 laps to go. It is getting exciting here in the closing laps. Side by side down into turn number 1. Simpson's got that advantage on the inside with the smaller radius of the track. However, Kevin Thompson uses that high line advantage to keep the momentum and stay out in front of Hunter Simpson. As they come down to the stripe, we'll have just 2 laps to go. Simpson with another big run. This time he's going to look up to the high side. Thompson shuts the door again. 2 laps to go. Ooh, a little contact there between Simpson and Thompson down into turn number 1. Simpson now with a great run down on the inside. They are door to door down into turn number 3. Thompson brushes the wall a little bit, losing a little momentum. Gonna try to pull the side draft on him as they come off of turn number 4. Down to the stripe, white flag is in the air. 1 more lap to go here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Door to door, side by side, again down through turns 1 and 2. Simpson with a little bit of an advantage. Now here comes Thompson back on the high side. Gets the good entry, keeps the momentum as they go down into turn number 3 for the final time. Door to door, side by side. Who's it gonna be? It's gonna be too close to call as they come off of turn number 4. Down to the stripe, and it's gonna be Kevin Thompson squeaking out the win here tonight. From Charlotte Motor Speedway, Hunter Simpson brings it home in 2nd. And Stephen Bonomo is going to get the 3rd position as Richard Leclerc, again, as I mentioned, has that black flag, so he's going to lose out on that 3rd spot. Well, man, what a final 5 laps to go here as Kevin Thompson gets the win here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. He makes his way down to the start-finish line where he's going to come down and celebrate that win. So Kevin Thompson burns him down here at the start-finish line. Let's take a look at our final results. Kevin Thompson coming home with the win. Hunter Simpson back in 2nd. Richard Leclerc scored 3rd, but unfortunately with the black flag is going to fall back a position or 2, bringing Stephen Bonomo into the 3rd spot. Mark Dumont finishes in 5th. Mike Leftwich climbing back into a sixth-place finish. Tyler Millette back in seventh. Just McMahon, Jason Ross, and Jamie Horn round out your top 10. 11th will be Brandon Lopez. Christopher Simon back in 12th. Eric Warman comes home 13th. Ken Byers, Michael Dow, Jonathan Jennings, Kevin Brown, Bill Gentry, and then Gary Amio and Chris Walker rounding out the rest of the field here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. As we are going to get ready to talk to our top three, but before we do that, again, we want to thank all of our great partners that make this happen. Of course, Trackside NASCAR Outlet, your home for NASCAR merch. Trackside NASCAR Outlet is an authorized Lionel dealer with a full line of diecast, including cup, Xfinity, truck, driver apparel, hats, and jackets. Trackside NASCAR Outlet offers everything NASCAR, from full-size and mini helmets, flags, and coolers. Check them out at their store, follow them on Facebook, or check out their website at tracksidenascaroutlet.com. Link down below in the description. Of course, tonight's race is also brought to you by Auto Pros. Auto Pros is your full-service auto center in Roxboro, North Carolina. They specialize in foreign and domestic transmission repair. They can also handle all of your everyday auto needs. ASE certified technicians are standing by to help you in your time of need. Call 336-322-3230 if you're in the Roxboro area, and ask for Bill. As we get ready to talk to our top three, and I don't see Stephen Buonomo in the I'll move him right down into the waiting room. I think he's gonna be just as surprised to find out that he is in third place as anybody else. Steven, you got Josh up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, how's it going, Josh?
Good,
I
man.
was sitting here waiting. I didn't know what to do.
No, absolutely. I've already verified with Race Control. The 117 did have a penalty, so that is going to put you into the third position, man. Great run out there for you tonight. Talk us through your race, because it seemed like a race of attrition and trying to make sure that you kept yourself out of trouble.
Yeah, well, I actually was like bummed the whole race because I feel like I made a bonehead move and went a little too high up on Brandon Lopez there, so I feel bad because I think it took out like a good amount of the field. I normally do my best to stay out of wrecks, or well, at least starting them. So I feel bad. So everybody else in the league, I do apologize for that. But yeah, I mean it Charlotte wasn't. I was struggling. I was struggling with qualifying over the last couple of days, but I had a feeling that my race was going to be okay. So it went well. I just feel bad that for all the wrecks, the one I caused, and then all the other ones that happened. But I'm glad to take home the top three. I wish I had better tires there at the end. Maybe I could have been a little bit more competitive, but I just got tires, I think, about 14 laps before the caution came out. But hey, we'll take it. I do. I'm a little bummed out about it though. Could have been better.
Yeah, it looked like that incident between you and Brandon there. It looks like you were able to escape with very minimal damage. Unfortunately for Brandon, it was the complete opposite. Other than the cars piling, it looks like you guys were going to pretty much come away with that one cleanly for a moment.
Yeah, it was just hard racing, honestly, and that's why I told Brandon. I was trying to get a little bit of the side draft, but I didn't gauge like where my car was, and I just think we were both going into the turn. I have to look at it to be honest, but I think what happened was we were both going into the turn, and we just kind of got into each other. But I probably should have just left a little bit of space. But I was just defending, so I'll have to go back and take a look and see what I could have done better.
Well, another great finish for you here tonight. Came in the points leader. Looks like you're going to continue to be the points leader at the end of this one. So it's always a good feeling as well. Next week, we move on to Dover. How do you like your chances there at the Monster Mile?
Dover's fun. Yeah, we'll do a lot of Dover practice. We have it in the next gen, the Cup series on next Thursday. So getting a lot of Dover action in the next week. So Dover's fun. So I'm excited for it.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on the third place finish here tonight. Of course, before I let you go, anyone want to thank you? A shout you got to give here tonight?
Oh yeah, my teammates at ESR, all the admins, they do a great job. Daniel is out right now, due to some surgery. So just like best wishes to him. He's great. Um, and just I kind of forgot to do the sponsors last week too. So Trackside, Group 6, Trackside's been awesome. They got me into Diecast, so shout out to them. I'm collecting Diecast now.
That's an
And
addiction.
yeah, and I gotta get better at this. But all the other sponsors that make it work, Shoney's, all those guys. This league's great, so we couldn't do without the sponsors.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on the third place finish. Another podium for you here tonight. Good luck next week at Dover, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, thank you, Josh. Nice talking to you.
Have a great night. That was your official third place finisher, Steven Bonomo. Let's bring in your second place finisher here tonight. And that is going to be Hunter Simpson. Soon as I can get that over. And bear with me just a second. I am having a mouse issue. There we go. Hunter, you got Josh up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Man, great run for you here tonight. Coming up just a little bit short. Great battle there, side by side with Kevin Thompson. Talk us through those last few race laps, because that was a fantastic battle going on there.
Well, I knew on the last caution I was going to take tires because I was hoping for it, and so I was banking on it coming out, and it did, thankfully. And I just had to play it smart. And I knew if I took my time, I'd get up there, but I guess I took too much time and I made the wrong move. So we ended up with a second, but I'm happy with that.
Yeah, for sure. Can't be never disappointed being on the podium, but unfortunately just coming up that close there at the end. Talk us through the race, because there was quite a few cautions, and I know it was a battle of attrition, but you're able to keep yourself clean and out of it. What was that kind of the strategy going in, just to keep yourself clean? I know normally this isn't known to be a big wreck track, but with these cars the way they are, as tight as they are, I know those incidents do happen.
Yeah, I was definitely trying to keep my nose clean. I always try and do that. And I was just lucky to be on the inside lane when the big stack up happened early on, to where I was able to avoid it. But it definitely got close. I mean, tempers, if I let my tempers get a hold of me, then I would have just ended up wrecking myself, just based on how some other people was driving. But you just got to stay calm and just think ahead to finishing the race and hoping to be there at the end.
Well, next week we move on to the Monster Mile Dover Motor Speedway. How do you like your chances there?
We'll practice and we'll see. You know, these are some new cars, so everything is a little bit different. But after some practice, we should be all right.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on the runner-up spot here tonight. Before we let you go, anyone want to thank? Any shout-outs you got to give here tonight?
I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I want to thank you guys for the broadcast, all the admins for setting this up, Daniel, the league owner. He just, prayers up for you, Daniel, hoping that you're getting better, and I hope it was a good race. All my family watching, my girlfriend, Emily, she was able to watch, and Brandon, Kayla, all my other family, you know, just SSR Designs, Adam Looney Foundation, just a bunch of people that I have to thank.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on your runner-up spot here tonight. Good luck next week, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, thank you. You have a good night.
You as well. How's your second place finisher, Hunter Simpson? Let's bring in your winner here tonight, driver of the Six Machine, Kevin Thompson. Kevin, you got Josh up in the booth. You got a copy?
Sure.
Man, first off, I want to say, as a Casey Kane fan, that paint job tonight, awesome. Loved it. But running through the race there, it was a fantastic battle there at the end. You and Hunter were side by side battling it out there to the end. Talk us through those last few laps and what you're able to do to keep yourself out in front of Hunter.
Just staying to the high side and air blocking. Air is big in these cars. If you can get in front of somebody and just put air on their nose, it shoots them up the track. I give it to Hunter for the clean racing side by side for the past 3 laps. It was an awesome race, and especially I'm a Casey King fan too, and winning here at Charlotte like he used to do, it was awesome bringing that Budweiser 6 car to with the checker flag.
Absolutely, man. And I know you didn't qualify very well, qualified back in 10th, able to work yourself up to the front and avoid all the chaos that happened in the middle of the race there. Talk us through what you're able to do to keep yourself clean there.
Yeah, I took the first couple of laps. First time in this car at a track like this. I'm not used to the new ARCA cars, so I just took the first half of this race to learn how to drive this car at this track, and just missed all the wrecks at the right time and held on at the right time and just raced hard and just moved on from there.
Well, next week we move on to Dover Motor Speedway, the Monster Mile. How do you like your chances there?
I like Dover a lot. I got to do some practicing in this ARCA car there, and hopefully I don't tear up my right front.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congrats on the win here tonight. And of course, before we let you go, anyone want to thank? Any shots you got to give here tonight?
Yeah, my family that watches every week, my teammates at BMP, y'all put on the broadcast, and Daniel for putting on the league.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congrats on the win. Good luck next week, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, you too, man.
And that is going to do it for us here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Again, next week we move on to Dover, the Monster Mile. That is going to be an exciting race. You're not going to want to miss that. So don't forget to tune in here next week right here on Intensity Broadcasting. Again, don't forget to check out all of our great partners listed down below in the description. Whether you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, or over on Kick, we do appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget that like button, follow, and subscribe. Don't forget that notification button so you know anytime we go live, especially with the Atman Reese. Going to have some in-car footage this season as well. Got a couple of those races already up on the site. So check that out over at Intensity Racing, Intensity Broadcasting on the web. And of course, that's going to do it for us here tonight. And as our boy... Oh, before I go, I do want to say one more thing. I do want to wish Daniel, again, a very speedy recovery. I hope to have him back on track soon. And with that said, as our boy Atman Weiss would say,